Hello everyone. Today we are going to look at how Edinburgh uses its old police boxes. Hope you're all happy and healthy and well out there. Yeah, today, you know I'm a fan of supporting local businesses, and they're all over the place, and these are genuinely just little businesses that they're not unique to Edinburgh. I think a few years ago, local council we're starting off well, I can't talk. Local councils all over Britain had old police boxes and they didn't know what to do with them, and I don't think they could take them down historically. I could be wrong, but I don't think they can, because they're part of our history all over Britain. In case you don't know what a police box is, they're used for time travel. They're essentially what it says in the tin. It was a blue box that the police, the constabulary, would use prior to mobile phones and radios and police vehicles all over the place. If the police would apprehend, I'm using big words today, it's that kind of video. If the police would apprehend a criminal, someone doing something, and they needed to hold them somewhere, they could use the police box as a temporary holding cell until a vehicle got there, be it a horse-drawn carriage or a car later on, to take them back to the station. Also, they had phones in them, because this was prior to one, mobile phones, and two, radios, personal radios. So this was the only way a police officer could get in touch with other police officers or the station or anything like that. So they used to be highly used, but nowadays they're not needed. Police officers are constantly in touch with their stations, with their home bases, whatever you want to call it, and then they were just sitting there. So barring references in Doctor Who, they were really, oh, my hat's on, Squint. Sorry, Krakens, my hat was on wrong. Yeah, what am I saying today? Yeah, so they're all just sitting there. So local councils, I think, all over Britain, and Edinburgh has embraced it, thought, what can we do with them? So they put them up for sale, and lots of local little businesses started to buy them. And now, all over Edinburgh, and I'm sure all over Britain, but we're just looking at them in Edinburgh today, they've become little businesses like this one here. So we're going to take a walk around Edinburgh and see what a lot of them have become. And trust me, the first one I come to is actually shut today, but you can see this one's just become, and a lot of them have become, coffee shops or food bases of some sort or another. And this one here is the Canongate Cafe. Just in case you're wondering where this one is, this is on the Royal Mile. That's the Royal Mile. Well, this is all the Royal Mile right here. This is the Canongate part of the Royal Mile. There's Mimi's Bakehouse over there, just in case you're wondering. There's the World's End pub. There's them working, and yeah, so there's the first one. And it looks like it sells tickets for local attractions as well. So you could buy tickets for various tourist attractions when you're here. So let's have a walk about and see what else some of these old police boxes have become. Actually, while we're talking about police boxes, our old friends the Haggis box, that is how they got started. They started in a police box on the Grassmarket. They're not there anymore. So it's nice that these little local businesses can start in these places, and hopefully, you know, it'll take them somewhere else, like John Knox's house. And here we come to police box number 2. This one is right in the heart of the Royal Mile. This is Hunter Square here. There's the Tron Kirk. There's Coburn Street right opposite, and this is now a box office for the City of the Dead tours. It's nice that these things have found a new lease of life, I suppose, because for years and years they just sat. Like there's one just down by the Pleasance, bottom of the Pleasance, just down from the what you call it, World's End pub that we just passed. If you go down the hill, there's one at the bottom of the hill there. It's empty. It's been empty for a long time. The windows are broken. It's just got graffiti all over it. I suppose because it's not in a prime location where it's going to get foot traffic, that's the perfect spot for that. You can buy tickets for an attraction right on the Royal Mile. Makes perfect sense. So not all of them have found the second lease of life, but a lot of them have, which is very cool. So here we are at the top end of the Royal Mile here. There's Deacon's House Close there, Deacon Brodie's Close, and there's Deacon Brodie's Tavern, and we look down, there's St Giles, and then right here we have another one. Not exactly in the greatest spot right now to get to the front because of all the work here, but look, tourist information, and again a chance for you to book various attractions all in one spot. It's a little bit, you know, difficult to get to the front. Edinburgh Dungeons looks like it's the main sponsor of this one, but Edinburgh Witches and History Tour, so it looks like you can buy various attractions all in the one box. See if I can get round and get a shot at the front as well. Not the greatest shot, but look, there's someone using it right now. There we go, see. It looks like they do bus tours and everything, various attractions. That's good. So you can see there's 3 on the Royal Mile already. One of them's a cafe, one of them's for booking Sight of the Dead tours, and one of them's a general tourist information where you can get tickets for lots of attractions. So good. Now let's see if we can find some food in some of these. And here we are, arrived at the Grassmarket, and there is one at this end. This is the one that I told you about, that used to be, this is the home, the origins of the haggis box. And now you can recognise the colour. It's not changed colour since the haggis box, and they've embraced that colour as their sort of logo now. But you can see it's an ice cream tub box thing now, yeah. Ice creams and sorbets. Again, not open right now, but in fairness, it's not a day for ice cream, or at least outdoor ice cream. I don't know where all of these are, by the way, just in case you think I am a police box fan. Well, I am, because I can't use them for time travel. But don't tell everyone, and I'm not allowed to take the camera when I do that sort of thing. Something about breaking the rules of time travel. Anyway, yeah, I know where a few of them are, so we'll have a look at them. But if you come across them, and I'm going to keep pushing this in your head, if you come across them, remember they're local businesses. It's a business trying to find another way to support itself. It could be someone just having a little cafe, it could be a business selling tickets like the tourist attractions, but they are all local businesses. So give them a go. You never know. It's funny, this is a complete aside. I'm walking down King's Stables Road right now from the Grassmarket so I can get to Princess Street. And it's funny how I'm noticing this area changed, because there used to be, back in my youth, down there, we're going 25 years ago, I'm old, a nightclub there called the Jaffa Cake. I remember that. The building's not even there anymore now, but these buildings, now hotels and things here, and that's a hotel, apartments, sorry, I think that's maybe the same, just in 2 buildings. And that old building there, you can see with the toilettes in, I can see they're working on that as well, maybe turning into offices and things. This street was never that exciting, but it looks up to the castle, like right there. That's Edinburgh Castle. So you would think that this street would have become something exciting over the years, or at least before now, because yeah, it's King's Stables Road. I suppose that wouldn't be a glamorous road back in the day. The King's Stables would be here, hence the name. But now, because of its location, it looks like it's starting to get a little bit of a second life, which I suppose again ties into what this video is about, giving things a second life. It's good. I'm glad this street's getting a little bit of love. That's where the Jaffa Cake used to be, for anyone who can remember the Jaffa Cake. Long time ago. Now we have arrived, as that very loud bus goes past us, at the west end of Princess Street. There's the Caldoni Hotel. There's Princess Street right there. There's Johnny Walker, Princess Street. And here is what is now called the Waffle Box. It looks like you get teas and coffees and things like that as well, but waffles of all shapes and sizes. So you can, oh look at that, they've got it the same colour as the building there, so that's nice. But it's good, isn't it? All these little businesses popping up. But there are a couple on Princess Street, so let's take a walk down and see what else we can see. Not far away from there, we have Castle Coffee. Looks like they're closed right now. It says we'll be back at 12:50 in the window there, and that is any minute now, so I'm sure they'll be open again soon. But you get yourself a wee coffee right by the castle. That's not bad, that's not bad. I've got teas and things from there before, and they do a thing which is quite nice as well. You can buy a tea for someone else who's maybe, you know, struggling. You buy a tea or a coffee, they'll give it to someone who maybe can't afford a tea or a coffee out in the cold at night time and things as well. So that's a nice idea. Here's our next one, just to show you where we are. We are at the bottom of Coburn Street now, so we've really went in a big full circle here. That's Market Street, there's the Edinburgh Dungeons, there's Waverley Bridge, that's Princess Street, and there is just a cafe. And I'm really glad it's open, because I am itching for a cup of tea. You can never go wrong with a cup of tea and a bit of shortbread. I tell you, I'm getting my steps in today. We've came to the other side of the Royal Mile now. If I head down there, Greyfriars Kirkyard is just there. That's the National Museum of Scotland. Behind me, that path there is the Meadows, right there. And over here, I'm actually not sure what they sell. But I know it's gluten-free. Whatever it is 100% gluten-free. Crepes. It's crepes. That's what this one sells. And I love crepes. Love a freshly made crepe. I could probably walk all over Edinburgh, heading down to Leith and everything as well, showing you more of these, but I'm not going to. I'm going to head to the other side of the Meadows, because I think there's another one down here. But you can see how many different things that these have been turned into. And like I said, it's given them a second lease of life, because they were empty for decades, I think, essentially. And now they're all local businesses. I very rarely get to this part of town, to the Meadows, and I forget how full of life it always is. I know this has nothing to do with the video that we're talking about, but this is 1:30 on a Friday afternoon, and it's busy, you know. Alright, okay, it's a big open park, but if I actually look about, there's a lot of people doing a lot of things, and I think I'm heading over there. It's nice that Edinburgh uses its green spaces as green spaces. After all, we are the greenest city in Europe. And then I think about our history. And I think somewhere here, not 100%, I think over there, there is hundreds, possibly thousands of victims of the plague buried in a mass grave. Oh Edinburgh, how I love you. I was going to say this one's shut, but actually look how cool this one is. This is the breakfast bothy, hot rolls, tea and coffee for the homeless and those in need. We are here to provide hot breakfast, rolls, teas and coffees for the homeless and those who cannot afford to buy their own. To lend a friendly ear and any advice that we can give. If you would like to buy breakfast, there are many fine cafes in the area. See what I mean? Isn't that great? It's incredible how these boxes have been given a second lease of life. And it would be very easy to say they've all just became coffee huts, but they've not. Yeah, a lot of them sell coffee, but there's crepes and there's coffee and there's tourist information, there's tourist attractions and there's waffles, and yes, there's help for the homeless as well, all out of a police box. How good is that? How good is that? I think that's a nice way to finish it for today. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, please remember to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and remember, it is the last chance, it is your last chance to use the code JAN2022 to get 10% off all our merchandise in January sale. The link is underneath the video in the description. But keep yourself safe out there. Till next time, bye humans. What? I had to get a crepe on my way home. Go away, the video's finished.